Welcome back to another Hexagod Devlog. My name is Aarimous. I hope you're having a good day. Today, I wanted to talk about Hexagod and this new patch I've added for my minimalistic village builder. The goal of this patch was to address two of the biggest issues I've felt as I've been working on Hexagod over about the past 6 months now. And the main one that I think I'm really happy with where I addressed and kind of what I changed here was to make tile placement feel more meaningful. And I'll talk about more of that in a second, because the second big thing I wanted to address in this patch was a vibe change, a vibe issue. As I'm working on a game, I often get pulled toward changing the game and turning it into all these variety of different things, which would surely be good games. And in an example like Hexagod here, where you place tiles and you're commanding villagers and collecting resources, it could very quickly turn into a game like Civilization 6, which I love. I've put hundreds of hours into Civ 6, Civ 5, Civ 4. I'm surely going to play Civ 7 when it comes out in February. But that's not what this game is. This game isn't really a strategic game. This game, I think what I've realized is it wants to be an incremental game. And one of the core principles for me and why I have enjoyed incremental games that I've played is that with an incremental game, you want to have big power spikes, big moments of improving your ability to collect resources or whatever the goal of the game is. And in the original, kind of the previous version of this game, this shrine here, which gives you favor is a resource up here. Favor acts as kind of the gold in this game. It represents your ability to buy packs, to buy more groups of tiles, and kind of is the fundamental unit in the game that you're going to want a lot of. The shrine gave you an infinite source of that, and I gave it to you for free in the tutorial because previously that was the only way to get favor, and so I wanted to have some consistent way of favor in the game, and giving the shrine during that kind of tutorial phase made a lot of sense. But it kind of didn't really fit the vibe of an incremental game when this could be a big power spike. And so adding in, you've seen I've been collecting a few of these things here, these on these tiles, these individual resources. This is new. This is a tile-based resource, which will allow your villager, we can put the villager over here, is going to collect 1 food. They're going to work on this down in the bottom corner. You can see the tooltip. They're going to start working on this tile to collect that food there. And then every 2 days, it'll gain a new use, and then it has a max number of uses based off of the other adjacent water tiles. Hey, Aarimous from the future here. If you want to support me and this little kitty cat Martin up here any further, the best way to do that is to simply go play Hexagon. Like I said, this patch is live right now. Your feedback can help drive the direction of the game, and while you're there, make sure you consider wishlisting it. Not make sure you consider, just go wishlist it. It helps. It's an easy button you can press. It helps the Steam algorithm. But your support, you watching these videos, is also very helpful, and I appreciate that. This tile down here gives you a favor. So at the start of the next day, and you can see every day it recharges, which is super beneficial. You can see then, I'm going to start moving my villager down there to collect that resource. We'll zoom past the time, and even further, we'll get the villager ready to go to collect that. So feed the villagers, boom, there you go. So now you can see a new favor has popped up. I can then go ahead and collect that and either start saving up for my first purchase of a pack, or I can go ahead and buy more tiles. In this situation, I'm going to buy more tiles because, again, the adjacency effect of each of these tiles, the max number of favor that can be on these tiles is equal to the adjacent tiles. So now I'm going to get 2 planes side by side, and if I can get a third planes, which looks like that's right here, so if I can go and collect this favor really quickly and grab this favor really quickly, now I can grab and rotate using Q or E or these buttons here. I can rotate around these tile placement, which becomes a fun little puzzle now, and all of a sudden this plains has a max of 2. This desert here has a max of 2. This desert here has a max of 2, and all of a sudden, built into the tiles I've placed and the adjacencies I have chosen as a player, I have this little area that's going to get a very nice amount of favor, and then I can start working my way up to getting packs. I can start working my way up to getting the shrine, which is going to give me, again, that infinite source of resource, but I have to get up to 6 favor, 4 wood, and 3 stone. Right now I have 0 favor, 1 wood, and no stone. So all of a sudden, I also have an early goal of the game, which is going to be a nice big power spike. That's a vibe change that I think is really important and something I want to carry into the rest of the game, because future power spikes are going to be more permanent buildings like farms or lumber camps or mining camps or the ability to turn wood into planks or stone into stone blocks, and those can turn into better and more efficient buildings that can create more resources, and eventually will scale into a win condition like building a wonder or some sort of thing to the Hexagod. But I think in this patch, adding in these tile-based resources like this and this slight adjacency impact to the tiles themselves have taken something that's like pretty interesting and turned all of a sudden placing tiles not just a cosmetic thing, but now you're thinking, you're excited now because, oh, you have grassland here. That would basically give me a triangle of these all now having a maximum of 2 uses apiece, which is really, really exciting and just like a slight strategic benefit, but not like an overwhelming strategic benefit, because at the end of the day, this is like a chill incremental village builder, which is why I removed combat. Now, the other big thing, which I'm going to show you here, is you can then go ahead and add just straight up resources to these tiles based off the maximum use of them. So let me grab myself some more favor with my little cheat sheet down here, and we can go ahead, and you can see right now I can't actually place pebbles on any of these because both of these are already at their max. So if I go over here and start collecting the pebbles, once the max opens up, I can then place the pebbles on there. So same thing with food. You can see now because this has a maximum of 2, I can place a second food on there. So this is going to be my way of allowing the player to like forego this like cooldown, because waiting a couple days to get a stone could be challenging. So this first sticks and stones pack is going to be full of basic cards to add resources to tiles. The next pack then is going to be full of village must grow things, which will actually allow you the ability to place buildings on top of resources. And I want to draw your attention to logs here, because you can see on logs I also have an adjacency bonus effect. Log says +3 wood, 10 seconds to work with 1 use, and then it'll get an additional use for adjacent, for every 2 adjacent wood forest tiles. They're called forest tiles. So if I go ahead and get myself some more favor with my little cheat button down here, I can then go ahead and, perfect, this is a great example. I can place this down here, and then now when I place the logs down, you can see I even highlight and show you, hey, these are going to be some bonuses you can get from there. And the coolest little thing I did is if you place this down here, you get whatever resource you place it on top of. So with this rabbit, let's say I wanted to play it, I would go ahead, it would cost me 1 food, but then I place it somewhere that automatically gained 2 food. So a fun little gamey thing like that I think just feels good and makes sense. And I just love games that are full of really thoughtful decisions like that. And so I want my game to be full of them, because I know if I do enough of those, Hexagod will become a great game, which is where I need your help. This patch is live right now over on Steam in the demo format. You can see a link below, above, below, all over the place. It's easy to go find. Just look up Hexagod over on Steam. Give me feedback either over in the Steam discussions. There's a Discord link to my Discord below. And heck, if you watch this video right as it comes out, I'll be live over on Twitch, and we can talk about your feedback live and celebrate the week that was. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there. I've been Aarimous. Bye-bye.